Yo, yo, hello. Welcome to episode 1 of Neverwinter Nights Adventure Series number 12, Prophet Chapter 3, That Which is Destined. We are here approaching it at the end of Chapter 2. We're going to approach it this way and go through this door. I wanted to do that because when I loaded a new module of Chapter 3, it said it could not find my Runelands database files, so who can know what lies beyond this door, the future? You have come to the end of Chapter 2. Beyond this door awaits Chapter 3, entitled That Which is Destined. Do you wish to step through and continue your adventure? Yes, I'm ready to play now. And the story continues.
Yes?
It is you again, Karini Kovaleski. Are you ready to continue the story? I am. Would you like me for me to recount the story so far? I was going to go through this, but it's very long and it's a lot of talking. So I'm actually going to skip this. So hopefully you've watched the first 2 chapters with me. Actually, be right back. Okay, yeah, I am going to skip this because it's just too much talking. So let us just start with Chapter 3. Very well. And thus it has come to pass, the nightmare of prophets, the century of sorrow. For despite the best intentions, the struggles and the sacrifices, the terrible plan of the Herazars is set into motion. And while the world crumbles and creation is unmade, Karini Kovaleski, prophet of the North, sleeps within a timeless dream. But deep inside her heavy heart, she knows this dream too shall end. The sleeper shall awaken and face her cruel fate. The young and old will meet again, and a choice will be made, the betrayal that shatters the world. But what could be the reason? What could be the purpose? This only time can reveal. Begin. Of innocence. Puppy and a boy. You find yourself in a beautiful garden.
Hello.
Hi, kid. What's your name? My name is Alec, and this is my dog, Mirks. What's your name? I'm Karini. Very pleased to meet you, madam. Can I ask you a question?
Yes?
Yeah. Where are we? Why, we're in the garden, can't you see? Yes, but what garden? Our garden, my father and mother's. My father is the king. He is the king of what? What kingdom? Our kingdom, Sardathia. Don't you know anything? I'm not from around here. So where are you from? Well, that's a long story. The dog growls at you. Easy there, fellow. He barks nervously. Relax, puppy. Now you be good, Mirks. That's no way to treat a visitor. Sorry, missus. He just doesn't trust strangers. That's okay. The dog starts growling ferociously. Back off a bit. Suddenly, the dog runs away. Hey, where'd he go? You scared him. I didn't do anything. He's run away. Tears fill his eyes. Don't cry, Alec. Come on, I'll help you find him. Will you? Will you? Thanks, missus. Let's go. First of all, just in case we encounter any weirdness, I guess this is the best option of weapon to use, so we'll keep the Scepter of Lore. Dreams. It seems I've come to the end of my journey. I've fulfilled the plan of the ancient Herazars. Okay, we read this. Okay, we have no answers. Let's go find a puppy. I'm not supposed to go past the gate, but I guess it's okay if I'm with you. Walking tree. It is time. Time for what? Wow, a talking tree! You should not be out here, Alec. Your mother will be very upset with you. Yes, Alec, I think you should go home.
No.
Coming with you. Might be dangerous out here. I will find your dog by myself.
No.
I am a prince, and I say I'm coming with you. Okay, suit yourself, kid. Before you said it is time. Time for what? It's time for some pruning. The winter is coming. Oh, I see. Leave me now, little woman. Wait, have you seen a little dog around here? No, but little dogs and little mice are too far below for me to see. I understand, then I bid you farewell. Fare you well. The mushroom looks at you with a confused expression. Excuse me, have you seen a little dog around here? You're silly. Mushrooms can't talk. Oh, I see. A wolf howls in the distance. Thorn wolf.
I didn't want to do this, but...
Oh! You killed him! You killed my doggy! He attacked me. He was a wolf of some kind. You're a bad woman. You're a terrible, evil, bad woman. I hate you! You feel the world around you fade. Of solitude. Kurathan. What's this? I don't suppose you'd mind terribly explaining just how you managed to enter my tower, would you? Oh, he had voice acting. My bad. Master Kurathan, it's me, Karini Kovaleski.
By the ages!
So it is, Karini Kovaleski. It's been so long since we last spoke. How long has it been? Oh, very long, so very long. So many years and memories have passed between these ears, yes? Yes, of course they have. How many years have passed? Counts on his fingers. 1 plus 3, 4 plus 7? Yes, 15. 15 it has been most certainly. So what has taken you so long to come back here? Oh, but look at my manners. Here you are, probably starving, and I haven't even offered you anything to eat. I'm actually not that hungry. Bertok, where is that fool? I say he's getting more and more forgetful in his old age, that dear boy. Bertok! I don't think he's here. Ah, there you are, Bertok. Please bring some food for our dear friend, and please open up a bottle of that Maldarian vintage we've been saving for our most special visitors. Yes, master. Where did he come from? Oh, he's just around. He was probably skulking around the hippocampus again. I've been trying to educate him, you see, but he just refuses to read. Too much cognitive load to handle 2 pairs of eyes, indeed. Are you all right? Never been better, my girl, but come now. So much we have to discuss, don't we? So much has happened, I am sure. If I recall, when we last spoke, you were heading off to explore the city of Jerez. Is that right? Yes, that's right. After I had used your somnoscope to make contact with my future self. Yes, of course. I remember it now. Of course. Your future self told you how you can prevent this century of sorrow. Indeed, that is correct, right? Yes. Your wine, master. Ah, excellent. Well done, Bertok. Now, my good friend Karini Kovaleski, let me pour you some. He makes a motion as if pouring wine into a glass, but there's nothing there. Play along. Now, what shall we drink to? I don't know. How about science? Yes, let's drink to science, that most excellent method of inquiry by which the glory of creation makes itself known to our intellect. A worthy toast, don't you think? Sure, as you say, Master Kurathan. Drinks. You pretend to drink. Ah, an excellent vintage, wouldn't you say? Of course it is. Now, where were we? We were talking about my journey to Jerez, about my attempt to stop the Century of Sorrow. Oh, yes, of course that's it. So you failed, am I correct? I was deceived. My own future self had lied to me. What? And what did she lie to you about? She said that by destroying the Pentaract, I would break the chains of fate and be allowed a choice to unmake the Century of Sorrow set into motion by the poisoning of the wellspring. He listens intently, nervously pulling at his beard. But the poisoning of the wellspring had nothing to do with the century of sorrow. No, it was my act, my destruction of the Pentarac which brought it about. I am the one who started the century of sorrow.
By the ages!
He falls silent. Master Kurathon? Very interesting. He strokes his beard, lost in thought. Now that is something I had not considered. Nor had I. But if we assume that it was indeed you whom you saw within your dream, then we are left with a difficult question. Why? Perhaps it was not me. But it had to be. Otherwise you could not have established a Ruthen's bridge. It can only be made by two aspects of the same being, sharing the same soul. It had to be you on the other side of that dream. Perhaps I was not in control of my actions. No, a Ruthen's bridge could not be established under magical control. The mind has to be free in order to create the link that makes the dream possible. So you're telling me that I will voluntarily lie to myself about this? But I would never do such a thing. Well, it appears that you will. It is your destiny, which you have seen with your own eyes. But what could possibly be the reason? Well, we cannot know. We are all drifting downstream on the river of time. Even prophets like you can only peek a little around the corners, never seeing the details. We have no choice but to wait to see how events unfold. Are you not angry at me? Are you not furious that I am responsible for all of this? Drinks. Well, I admit it's quite disturbing, but I cannot hold you responsible for this. Why not? As you said, someday I will choose to lie to my own self in order to start the century of sorrow. Well, yes, but who am I to judge you? I have been part of this as well. I too have been made a faithful little cog in the grand machine. Because you helped me? Precisely. Without my help, you would never have even spoken with your future self, would never have been deceived, and this century of sorrow would never have come to pass. How devious she is, isn't she? You mean fate? Indeed, how carefully her crafted weave of events, and so tangled within it all the hopes of us mortals. None of us are truly responsible for anything. We are merely acting out the acts and reading out the lines written for us by the great playwright called Destiny. So none of our acts are free? Of course not, my dear girl. As I told you so many years ago, all of this, waves his hand around the room, is but an illusion. All our actions are preordained. But that does not make them any less meaningful, you see. But the world will end. I have destroyed everything. And if you did, then so it must be. The moment is already written. All that remains for us now is to continue to pay attention and see how it all wraps up. Come, my friend, let us await the end together. I want to ask you something first. Of course. What would you like to know? What is happening on the surface? Has the city been destroyed? Well, I'm afraid I just don't know. Shortly after you left, I holed up here within the depths of my tower. I didn't want to take any risks. But did you ever venture out? Only in the first days. All around me I saw the people of Hirathanum dying or succumbing to madness. Even the air itself had a foul stench of poison, and so I prepared my provisions and sealed myself away here in this sanctuary. Gestures across the room as if it was a magnificent palace. And have you looked outside since then? Well, I tried. After a few months I was curious and climbed up my stairs, but they were blocked. Blocked? Sand, you see. It seems sand is poured down upon my home and down my stairwell. I tried to dig for a while, but it was no use. There was just too much of it. Yes, better to just stay here, where it's safe. But you are buried alive. Better buried alive than buried dead, don't you think? Oh yes, certainly better to be breathing and thinking. There is still so much left to imagine, my girl. Now, is there something else you wanted to ask me? Does your somnoscope still work? No, I'm afraid it doesn't. The clanware just stopped being effective after a few years. Strange, that. The Ellenware. Sorry, what is... Ellenware again? It is a substance that powers the somnoscope. Where do you obtain it? I obtain it by extracting my own blood while I sleep, which I then bring to boil and capture the vapors. The vapors are then condensed in an alembic and mixed with a variety of magical essences, which I then drink before going to sleep again, and repeating the process. After 10 repetitions, it becomes concentrated enough to power the somnoscope. Why would it stop being effective? I have no idea. That never happened before. Ellenware is supposed to last forever, just like the essence of life from which it derives. It is unfortunate. But no matter, I have so many other things to keep me busy. I won't take up much of your time, but can you tell me something else? Of course, what would you like to know? How did I get here? Is this a dream? Of course, all existence is a dream, and the only question is whose dream, yes? But whose dream is this? Yours? Yes, I think it must be. But how did I get here? We probably were here all along, probably hidden within some long-forgotten sulcus. It is good of you to come out at last. What's a sulcus? It is one of the many folds in the surface of your brain. I find that memories and emotions often get trapped in there, like crumbs in the cushions of a couch. So you think I'm just one of your memories?
Yes.
Of course. Well, I certainly don't feel like one. You are, and all your actions are completely determined by the vagaries of my own thoughts. I'm not sure I believe that. How interesting that the memories populating my dreams do not believe the same things that I believe. So mysterious is the mind. And if your existence is just a dream, then whose dream is that? I do not know. Perhaps it is the dream of my mother, and the dream of her and she the dream of her father. We are all prisoners of endless thousands of exquisitely crafted cages, each enclosed by another. But then whose is the final dream that encloses all? Ah, good question, but I think I have the answer. You see, all of us mortals are just within the dreams of the gods. And the dreams of the gods? They are nested within the dreams of destiny. And the dreams of destiny, what are they nested within? Her dreams, in turn, are nested within mine, and within yours, and within those of the tiny little mouse hiding in my corner. What? Hear a quiet squeak from behind a bookshelf. A mouse? It is a loop, you see, of course. It's all a loop maintained by a constant cycle of dreams, each within the other. Then how did it start? Who was the first dreamer? The question is ill-posed, my friend. It assumes a start and an end to time, but time is in fact a constant frozen moment. We've discussed this before, no? I'm sorry, but your explanation does not make sense. Well, that's true. It does not make sense from within any single perspective, but you cannot believe that your perspective is the only perspective, or that your definition of reality is the final definition. Well, okay. There are an infinite number of perspectives, some sitting beside each other, some nested within the dream of another, and all of them are merely relative to one another. There is no privileged frame. And so, the only way to explain the entirety is to posit that all the dreams are both subsets and supersets of each other. Simple, isn't it? Right, I get it. Splendid. So can I ask you something else? Of course, what would you like to know? Nothing, never mind. Very good, then you must excuse me, for I have a lecture to give. A lecture? Ah, come here, my students now. Ah, here come my students now. He looks out into the empty room. Come, sit yourselves. We'll get started soon. There's no one here. Shh, settle down now, class. We have a lot of material to cover. You become aware of others in the room, a group of young students, and yet you see nobody. And he's now injured. In last week's lesson, we covered several minor cantrips from the School of Divination. Today we will discuss one of the most useful and popular lore-weaving spells, Identify. Who can tell me what the spell does? His voice trails off, as if turning within himself.
Velvet!
Greetings, Bertok. It's in the bones. A sad pile of humanoid bones lay here on the ground. The skull seems to have belonged to a rather large person.
Velvet!
Can you show me out of here?
Follow me, please.
Oh, there's the sand.
Someone to see, Master.
There are many pages of text on this desk and lying on the floor. Although all the pages have been smeared with ink and made illegible, you can tell that they each contain a list of dates and events. Who's there? It is I, Karini Kovaleski. Who? He tilts his head to the side as he looks at you. Karini Kovaleski, don't you remember me? Stop bothering me. Go away. Wait, I want to ask you some questions. What is it now? Are you the real Kurathan, or is it the one in the other room? Bah, what a fool's question. We are all the real Kurathan. I don't understand. Within our dreams, we each have many aspects. Each of them is just as real as the next. So besides you, so which was the one I spoke with earlier? That one is an aspect of denial, always going on if his nothing was wrong. He studies his books if there was any point, and even pretends to hold lectures for his students. Ha! All his words are nonsense, not that it matters. So nothing he told me was true? Oh, did he tell you about the dreams nested within our dreams, until the outer is within the innermost? Poppycock. Okay, so then who are you? Long ago, I was pragmatism. I was the one who stocked up on supplies and prepared all the reading materials. I was the one who kept the records. And now? Now I am despondence. I am the absence of hope in the face of futility. That is why I've given up on this sculpture. And what is this sculpture? I was making a new sculpture because I was tired of the old, a futile task to occupy a mind crushed by idleness. But there's no point in it. It is no better. So then how do you occupy your time? I inhale, exhale, and then again. Sometimes I weep. Sometimes I scratch some nonsense on a page or a wall. Sometimes I imagine myself speaking to an ignorant moron like you. No need to be rude. I'll just leave you then. Leave? Leave this place? There is no exit. This is the only world that exists now for you. Outside of these rooms you would cease to be. Is that what you want? What do you mean I would cease to be? Because you are just part of this dream. You cannot leave it and still exist. What? Are you saying I'm part of your dream? Oh, will you stop asking these futile questions? Why don't you go bother someone else? Who else is there around here? You want to see? Gives you a mischievous look. Not yet. I wanted to ask some other things first. What is it now? How can I leave this place? Okay. Sure. As you wish. Madness. Oh, I'm near death. That's not good. I haven't saved in forever.
I think I'm hurt. Can I get some healing?
Oh no. Respawn.
I will not let you do this!
Come on. What's the matter? Help me, please! Help you with what? Who are you? What do you mean? Don't you recognize me, Karini? Yes, I recognize you as Kurathan, but which aspect are you? I am the one beneath them all, the true emotion. What emotion is that? Misery! I am helpless misery. Oh, please help me. I am trapped within a cage of madness, and the madness is nestled within despair, and the despair itself is finally enfolded with denial. Please, please, you must help me. Help you how? You must kill me. You must let me end this pitiful existence. Please. You want to die? Yes! Look at me. I've been trapped within this filthy dungeon for 15 years, magically keeping myself alive for what? So that my mind splinters into pieces that talk to themselves in fevered dreams? That is not living anymore. Then why don't you just kill yourself? Because he won't let me die. Who won't let you die? Denial! He's the outside shell, and he's got us all caged up here so that he can continue to maintain his delusions. Oh. But what's the point? Nobody will ever find us here. We will all die forgotten. There is always hope. There is no hope. Don't you see? The Thargonar has crumbled and buried the city. We are trapped here beneath 1,000,000 tons of rubble and sand. And worse, nobody even remembers our existence anymore. I remember you. And who are you? Just another one of his delusions. A memory of a friend I once knew. Someone I tried to help so long ago. And of course I failed. I assure you I am real. No, you're not. Your thoughts and beliefs are just delusions within delusions. Do you want me to stay trapped here forever as well? No. Then you must kill me. Please, it is the only way. Very well, I will help you die. What do you want me to do? You must slay him. You must destroy denial. But can't I just ask him to release you? Can the ocean have a surface without also having its murky depths? No. Denial cannot exist as more than a brittle shell enclosing terrible miseries. It all has to be destroyed, all of it. Is there no other way? No, please. The denial must be defeated before I can die and find peace. But what about him? Does he not have the right to live? No, not at my expense. He is living in comfort while I suffer. Well, I cannot make this choice for him. If Karathon wishes to delude himself, then I will not interfere. Oh, please, please don't let this continue. I'm sorry. Weeps. You feel the world around you fade. Yeah, I don't know about that. Oh, and I'd have to go all the way back. I probably should have killed Karathon. Find yourself in a magnificent forest. Yeah, I really probably should have killed Karathon.
I bid you greetings.
Greetings. Who are you, visitor? I'm just a traveler. Can you tell me where we are? Will you not share your name with me, wanderer? I prefer not to. She closes her eyes. I know you, Karini Kovaleski. I remember. You know my name? Yes, more than 20 years ago in the deep of the Limnathorn, a wanderer came to me. Her name was Karini Kovaleski, and she was seeking the path to the Ophiorean River, the path to to the shattered peaks of all the world. I told her the way. Yes, I remember you now, and you say 20 years have passed. 23, in fact, and much has changed in that time. What has changed? The breath of the forest has become shorter, shallower. Each year it inhales more and exhales less, like a man struggling to catch his breath. It is subtle, but we have noticed. What is the breath of the forest? Each winter, when the trees lose their leaves, so the air loses some of the oxygen that gives us life. Each summer, when the forest blooms to its fullest, the oxygen is returned. Inhale, exhale, but the breath is changing now. It is shorter with each passing year. How long has this been going on? It is impossible to say, for the change is still very subtle, but in the last 10 years the change has become noticeable. We can no longer deny it. But what could have caused this? Something has entered the heart of the forest, a corruption that drains away its lifeblood. And what is this corruption? That I cannot tell. Something evil has entered the sheltering wood, something hidden from my eyes and from my soul. But now at last a sign has come to me. What sign? You, Karini Kovaleski, you have come. There is a reason why you have returned again to the forest. Me? What do I have to do with any of this? You have the sight. Only you can find the hidden path to the heart of the forest. Only you can enter and heal that which has afflicted it. You are our final hope. Yours is the hand that holds the fate of all. What do you want me to do? You must seek out our forest's hidden heart. You must find the evil that corrupts it and draws away its lifeblood. You must find the cure, or all shall perish, and the earth shall be like stone. Very well, I will do this. Thank you, Karini Kovaleski. Can I ask you something? Of course, what is the stone here? It is the Nalir. It is neither tree nor stone. It is alive like the forest, but eternal like the earth. What does it do? Do? Yes, what powers does it have? It does not in itself have any powers. It is a symbol, not a tool. And is a symbol of, we've heard this already, but it is a symbol of the bond between the earth and the living things that grow upon the earth. Its presence is a question, and my care for it is a response. I don't understand. Can you explain that, please? We are all part of a story, Karini Kovaleski. Each of us is a statement in the great entwined tale that is spoken by the world. The Nalir is a question posed, a question about the relationship between sentient beings and the nature that surrounds them. My care for it is an answer to that question. What is What is the answer? The answer is that I care for the Nalir. My answer is respect and kindness. I see. This is a dream, isn't it? Yes. And it is your dream? My dream is the dream of the forest. Through it I share my mind with the trees and animals and see the world through their eyes. I see. Can you tell me what has changed in the years since we first met? Okay, we heard that. I should go immediately. Farewell then. Go, and may the blessings of the Earth Mother watch over your path. Alright, this is probably a job for Dougie. Yeah, I mean, on the other hand, Kurathan's illusions bring him joy, bring him comfort. Getting some FPS lag in this area. It's probably all the shadows and everything. Unicorn. Unicorn looks at you with sky colors eyes. My greetings. Does not respond. Isn't this where I'm supposed to do a Ruthen's bridge? Meditate upon seeing the unicorn. I wonder if I have to drink my dream serum and sleep. Alright, we're going the wrong way. Look like butterflies around that dead deer. Oh, this takes me back to Tortured Hearts. If anyone remembers that playthrough. For a statue. Statue's eyes are closed. Touch the statue. The stone eyes open suddenly and look at you with a piercing gaze. My greetings. The stone eyes regard you for a moment, then the statue speaks. Seek you my golden brother. His tears soothe the forest's heart. Speak to him the words of peace. Lathias Elene. Rest the world in the arms of the mother tree. The eyes close again. Stone face in the forest has told me to seek its golden brother, whose tears soothe the forest's heart. It said that I must speak these words. I have become a dream. I no longer exist in the physical world, but only as a hallucination within the reveries of others. The dream of that young boy in the garden, the dream of Kurathan. Through their eyes I catch glimpses of what is happening in the world, glimpses of the century of sorrow. I mean, Kurathan will naturally die of old age. He's buried alive. It's pretty cool that we're going back, though, through time. Not through time, but to places. Seek the golden brother. It would help if I could see well. I have no idea where I'm going. I can't see. Is this the golden brother? Something in here, maybe? Oh, it's got to be this way. Yeah, for sure. Here, a giant sword seems to come out of the very ground. There is a sword there. Sword spiders. Cocoon. Open sword. Weapon ineffective. So what am I supposed to do here? It's just cocoons here. Maybe that's not the way to go yet. Let's try going this way. Is this the golden brother? learning at the cause of this corruption. Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It's very hard to see. I'm not looking for a golden statue head. That's where all the wolves are. Huh. Well, I hate to leave off on a cliffhanger. There's a deer here. Golden brother. Can't go back there. Aha. Let me go. Nope. It's gotta be this, right? This head? Nope. sword again. Which is this way. Oh, I'm supposed to speak it, aren't I? Lathius Elene. No? Alright, let's try going back to that water spout. And saying Lathius Elene to it. Forgot we could speak out loud. Usually looking for an interaction point, though. Okay, teleported me. So we're going to check this out next episode. Pretty interesting stuff going into the heart of the forest. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you just for being you. Much love, peace, joy, light to your life. Stay tuned for more. It's pretty interesting stuff.